On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Globe.
The earth or world, mainly used to emphasize its vastness.
Examples:
Terrestrial globe. Around the globe. His final goal is to sail around the globe.
Approximately.
Close to a specific number or time, but not exactly that number or time.
Examples:
Approximately 3 feet long. Approximately same. This trail takes approximately 2.5 hours.
Violent.
Involving or caused by physical force or aggression against someone or something.
Examples:
Victim of a violent crime. Violent incident. The protesters became violent when the police tried to disperse them.
Persecution.
The act or practice of treating someone cruelly or unfairly, especially based on race, religion, or political belief.
Examples:
Persecution of minorities. Suffer persecution. The religious minority faced persecution from the dominant group.
Internal.
Of or relating to the inside of something.
Examples:
Internal organs. The internal economy. The Prime Minister cancelled visits to other countries to resolve internal disputes.
Displace.
To force someone or something to leave their home or place of origin, especially as a result of conflict, natural disaster, or manipulation.
Examples:
Displace workers. Displace the explosive power. The construction of the new dam will displace hundreds of families living downstream.
Flee.
To leave by running away, especially out of fear or danger.
Examples:
Flee their homes. Flee abroad. It is a basic instinct to flee from a dangerous situation.
Shelter.
A structure built to provide protection from poor weather, danger, or attack.
Examples:
Rainproof shelter. Anti-air raid shelter. They really need food and shelter.
Refer.
To direct someone's attention, thoughts, or questions to another source or person, to mention, cite, or allude to something as evidence or support.
Examples:
Refer to a book. Refer to a map. Please refer to the instruction manual for further assistance.
Refugee.
A displaced person who has crossed national borders and who cannot or is unwilling to return home due to political, religious, or economic reasons or because of a war.
Examples:
Global refugee crisis. The refugee camp. The community warmly welcomed the refugees.
Millennium.
A span of 1,000 years, or the 1,000th anniversary, plural, millennia.
Examples:
Past millennium. Millennium bottle of wine. Our world is in the third millennium.
Modern.
Of or belonging to the present time or recent times.
Examples:
Modern poetry. Pre-modern agricultural society. Their headquarters are in a modern skyscraper.
Definition:
A concise explanation of the meaning of a word, phrase, or symbol.
Examples:
A precise definition. The definition of a word. Parallel lines are, by definition, lines on the same plane that never cross.
Draft.
A preliminary version of something that is not yet in its final form.
Examples:
A working draft. Write the first draft. During debates in the legislature, the draft of the law caused a lot of controversies.
Convention.
A large formal assembly of people who do a particular job or have a similar interest or of a political party, something regarded as a normative example.
Examples:
Convention center. Political convention. They met at biennial conventions.
Relate.
To establish a connection or association between two or more things. To narrate or tell about an event, experience, or relationship. To empathize or feel sympathy with someone or something.
Examples:
Relate a story. Relate a message. He tried to relate his experience to the group, but they couldn't understand.
Mass.
A large amount of a substance with no definite shape or form, a large number of people or things grouped or crowded together.
Examples:
A mass of molten rock. Critical mass. The mass of people who do not own property is politically impotent.
Displacement.
The act of forcing someone or something to leave their home or place of origin, especially as a result of conflict, natural disaster, or manipulation.
Examples:
Displacement camp. A car with 1,800 cubic centimeters displacement. The displacement of the residents was a consequence of the construction of the new highway.
Define.
To state or explain precisely the nature, scope, or meaning of something.
Examples:
Define a word. Define my position. To advance this discussion, we must define success rigorously.
Nationality.
The legal status or right of belonging to a particular country.
Examples:
Acquisition of nationality. Nationality certificate. Dual nationality is prohibited in specific nations, but not in others.
Persecute.
To subject someone to hostility, ill treatment, or harassment, especially because of their race, religion, or political beliefs, to oppress or mistreat someone because of their identity.
Examples:
Persecute minorities. Persecute for small debts. The government's crackdown on free speech was seen as an attempt to persecute journalists and media outlets.
Religion.
A deep conviction in a supernatural power that controls human destiny.
Examples:
Religion sociology. Freedom of religion. Their religion strictly prohibits them from drinking or gambling.
Membership.
The state of belonging to a group, a club, an organization, etc.
Examples:
A membership fee. Membership in a stock exchange. My application for membership in the association was accepted.
Roughly.
Approximately, but not precisely, with a violent manner.
Examples:
Roughly explain my idea. Roughly speaking. 5 miles is roughly similar to 8 kilometers.
Accompany.
To go somewhere or travel with someone or something.
Examples:
Accompany a chicken dish. Accompany the book. Please let me know if you want to accompany me to my hometown.
Vulnerable.
Capable of being hurt or influenced physically or mentally.
Examples:
A vulnerable bridge. Vulnerable parts of the body. Infants and pregnant women are particularly vulnerable.
Labor.
Productive work, especially physical work done for wages, the people who do manual or physical work in a country or company for wage. Verb, to work hard or to strive and make an effort to reach a goal.
Examples:
Seasonal labor. Manual labor. In several countries, child labor is a serious social problem.
Exploitation.
The process of making some area of land or water more profitable or productive or useful.
Examples:
Sexual exploitation. The exploitation of fossil resources. Strategic exploitation of cutting-edge technology would be a sure formula for success.
Undergo.
To go through something unpleasant or that involves a change.
Examples:
Undergo surgery. Undergo a decrease. The train has to undergo rigorous safety checks.
Uncertain.
Not being sure of something, not being able to choose.
Examples:
Numerous uncertain factors. Take an uncertain attitude. She was uncertain about her friend's intentions.
Outcome.
The result or effect of an action, event, etc.
Examples.
Improved student outcomes. A desirable outcome. They awaited news of the outcome of the election.
Involve.
To include or affect someone or something as a necessary part of something else.
Examples.
Involve a lot of paperwork. Involve a high degree of risk. The investigation involves several government agencies and is expected to take several months.
Confusion.
The state of being mixed up or unclear, or the state of disorder or uncertainty.
Examples.
Administrative confusion. In great confusion. The sudden policy change has caused confusion among employees.
Regard.
To think about or consider somebody or something in a specified way.
Examples.
Regard him as an enemy. Regard the situation as unfortunate. Frugality and industry are still regarded as virtues.
Migrant.
A traveler who moves from one region or country to another, especially to find work or better living conditions, a bird or an animal that moves from one place to another.
Examples.
Migrant worker. The movement of migrant birds. The government revoked his license to employ migrant labor crews.
Economy.
The system by which a country or region produces, manages, and distributes goods and services, including the money and finances involved in these activities, of an airline, the lowest priced, most basic option for seating in commercial travel.
Examples.
Economy of scale. Economy class. The economy of the country is struggling due to the recent political instability.
Opportune.
Suitable or happening at a time that is suitable or convenient for a particular purpose.
Examples.
Opportune occasion. An opportune remark. The phone rang at the most opportune time.
Drought.
A long period of time during which there is very little or no rain, leading to a shortage of water and often causing damage to crops and other vegetation.
Examples.
Periods of drought. Drought conditions. The region has been experiencing a severe drought, leading to water shortages and crop failures.
Strike.
To wallop somebody or something with the hand, fist, or weapon, to have an emotional or cognitive impact upon.
Examples.
Strike up a conversation. Strike a blow. We strike to achieve more wages and safer working conditions.
Circumstance.
The specific conditions or events that surround a particular situation or occurrence.
Examples:
Circumstance of birth. Circumstance of injury. She explained the circumstances surrounding the accident. Disaster. An unexpected event or series of events that cause widespread damage, destruction, or loss of life. Examples: global disaster. Disaster recovery. The disaster response team worked around the clock to aid those affected by the earthquake. Insecure. Not firm or firmly fixed, likely to fail or give way, or not assured of safety. Examples: an insecure future. Insecure attachment. Children in an unstructured environment often feel insecure. Recognize. To acknowledge or realize something or someone, to identify, remember, or become aware of something that was previously known or encountered. Examples: recognize talent. Recognize achievement. It's important to recognize your strengths and weaknesses. Conflict. A strong disagreement, argument, or a violent clash between two opposing groups or individuals. Examples: the conflict between good and evil. The long-standing conflict. He and I often had conflicts, not only in personality, but also in ideology. Perilous. Involving a high degree of risk or danger, hazardous or fraught with potential harm. Examples: perilous journey. Perilous terrain. Climbing the cliff was a perilous adventure. Departure. The act of leaving, especially to start a journey. Examples: departure from tradition. Departure from the company. The departure time for the flight is 6 a.m. Unexpected. Not anticipated or regarded as likely to happen. Examples: an unexpected visitor. Some unexpected events. The unexpected rainstorm caused the collapse of the corral. Evade. To escape from or avoid meeting someone or something. Examples: evade capture. Evade an issue. The jailbroken criminal is continuously attempting to evade the cops. Visa. An endorsement or authorization placed in a passport or travel document that allows the holder to enter or leave a particular country for a specific period of time. The process of applying for and obtaining such authorization. Examples: work visa. Student visa. I must apply for a visa to travel to India for my friend's wedding. Entrust. To delegate or assign responsibility or authority to someone else, to put trust or confidence in someone's abilities or judgment.
Examples:
Entrust with responsibility. Entrust money to him. I entrusted my keys to my neighbor while I was on vacation.
Smuggle.
To import or export something or someone without paying appropriate customs duties, often illegally.
Examples:
Smuggle drugs. Smuggle herself out of a country. He was able to smuggle a gun inside the prison.
Attempt.
An act or effort of trying to do something, especially something difficult.
Examples:
The attempt to rescue the hostages. A reckless attempt. The third attempt was far more successful.
Reunite.
To bring two or more people together again after a period of separation.
Examples:
Reunite after 5 years. Reunite with my friend. The band will reunite only for this show.
Separate.
To force, take, or pull apart. Mark is different.
Examples:
Separate video into chapter. Separate cream from milk. We need to separate the aspect of his personality from the part of his competence when making an investment decision.
Traumatic.
Relating to or caused by injury, especially emotional injury.
Examples:
Traumatic event. Traumatic brain injury. The experience was so traumatic that it left a lasting impact on the survivor's mental health.
Unbearable.
Not able to be tolerated or endured, too difficult, severe, or intense to be dealt with or suffered through, intolerable or insufferable.
Examples:
Unbearable heat. Unbearable pain. The loss of his wife was an unbearable sorrow that he found hard to overcome.
Government.
The group of people with authority to control a country or state.
Examples:
Government bureaucracy. Government funding. The federal government is planning to increase taxes for the next fiscal year.
Intention.
Something you want to do and are going to do.
Examples:
Intention behind his decision. Clear intention. Our CEO's intentions are always transparent and straightforward.
Temporary.
Not lasting or be used for a very long.
Examples:
A temporary permit. Temporary housing. He managed to get temporary jobs during the recession.
Structure.
The way of construction of something and the arrangement of its parts, or a complex thing constructed of many parts.
Examples:
the structure of a machine, structure and function of the brain. The organizational structure of startups is often flat and straightforward.
Inhabitant:
a person or an animal that lives in a particular place.
Examples:
the early inhabitants of Europe. Inhabitant tax. His family is the oldest inhabitant of the island.
Integrate:
to combine one thing with another so that they form a whole or work together. To accept equal participation for members of all races and ethnic groups.
Examples:
integrate into the existing system. Integrate both businesses. He found that it is difficult to integrate socially.
Settle:
to reach an agreement of disagreement.
Examples:
settle a dispute. Settle down in the town. I don't want to settle for second best.
Settlement:
an official agreement that brings an argument to a close, the process of establishing permanent residence in a place.
Examples:
the settlement of a dispute. Settlement in a new house. Our goal must be to achieve a peaceful settlement.
Asylum:
protection granted to someone who has left their home country as a political refugee.
Examples:
grant asylum. Asylum law. The refugees sought asylum in the neighboring country.
Responsible:
answerable or accountable for something within one's power, control, or management.
Examples:
responsible action. Responsible for customer service. She's a responsible pet owner who ensures her dog gets enough exercise and a healthy diet.
Examine:
to study or consider a person or object attentively and thoroughly to learn something about them.
Examples:
examine the data studiously. Examine the issue. Initially, we must examine all project-related expenses.
Decide:
to make up someone's mind about something, to come to a conclusion or judgment after considering options.
Examples:
decide a question. Decide on a course of action. She couldn't decide whether to order the pizza or the pasta for dinner.
Applicant:
a person who applies, especially for a job or position, someone who applies for a grant, loan, or other benefits.
Examples:
potential applicant. Job applicant. The job posting attracted many qualified applicants.
Grant:
to agree to give or allow somebody.
Examples:
grant a new license. Grant a land. The chairperson granted him the right to speak.
Guideline.
A general rule or principle that provides guidance to appropriate behavior. A piece of advice or instructions that tell you how something should be done or what something should be.
Examples.
An education guideline. Guideline for clinical trial. This book will be a practical guideline when coding.
Vary.
To become different in terms of size, shape, etc.
Examples.
Vary according to the age. Vary directly with the price. Maximum heart rates vary a lot for each individual.
Substantially.
To a great extent or degree.
Examples.
The price went up substantially. The house was substantially built. The proportion of female engineers has substantially increased.
Guarantee.
To promise something will happen formally, especially that certain conditions about a product, service, or transaction would be met.
Examples.
Guarantee a high quality. Guarantee women equality. We cannot guarantee enough raw material sources.
Treatment.
The way in which someone deals with or behaves towards someone or something, medical care provided to a patient for an injury or illness.
Examples.
First aid treatment. Treatment by diet. The primary purpose of the treatment is pain relief.
Discriminate.
To treat a person or particular group of people worse or better than another, especially in an unfair way, to recognize or perceive the difference between people or things.
Examples.
Discriminate against women employees. Discriminate between different things. You should not discriminate against minorities.
Obligation.
The state of being morally or legally bound to do or pay something.
Examples.
A deep obligation. Pay an obligation. You are under no obligation to finish the job.
Refoulement.
The practice of forcibly returning refugees or asylum seekers to their home country, where they may face persecution or danger.
Examples.
Refoulement of refugees. Prevent refoulement. The asylum seeker was at risk of refoulement back to their home country, where they would face persecution.
Principle.
A fundamental law or truth that explains or controls how something happens or works.
Examples.
Principle of treatment. Principle in business. Efficiency isn't an essential principle here, fairness is.
Nation.
A large organized community of people living in a particular country or region and having a particular culture.
Examples.
Nation-state. A seafaring nation. The nation of Japan is known for its unique culture and advanced technology.
Individual.
A single person or thing, as distinct from a group.
Examples:
A private individual. Individual freedom. As an individual, he had the right to make his own decisions and live his life as he saw fit.
Threaten.
To utter intentions of injury or punishment against someone.
Examples:
Threaten a healthy relationship. Threaten national security. Various artificially induced causes are threatening our ecosystem.
Frequent.
Happening constantly.
Examples:
Frequent absence. Frequent use. His heartaches are less frequent now.
Victim.
A person who has been harmed, injured, or otherwise negatively affected by a particular action, circumstance, or event.
Examples:
Victim support. Victim compensation. The victim of the crime deserves justice and support to recover from the trauma.
Inconsistent.
Not remaining constant or in agreement.
Examples:
Inconsistent results. Inconsistent with the roadmap. This lawsuit appears to be unfair and inconsistent.
Increasingly.
More and more.
Examples:
Increasingly become common. Face increasingly complicated challenges. Our company found it increasingly difficult to keep up with the competition.
Oblige.
To force or require someone to do something through legal, social, or moral obligations. To voluntarily do something to help or please someone. To be indebted or grateful to someone.
Examples:
Oblige him to reject. Oblige a request. As a citizen, we must oblige to the laws of the land.
Rebuild.
To build again or anew.
Examples:
Rebuild a company. Rebuild communities. They are planning to rebuild the house after the fire.
Xenophobia.
Extreme fear or hatred of people from other countries.
Examples:
Suffer from xenophobia. Linguistic xenophobia. The xenophobia in society makes it hard for immigrants to assimilate and integrate.
Racism.
Prejudice, discrimination, or antagonism directed against a person or people based on their membership in a particular ethnic group, typically one that is a minority or marginalized.
Examples:
Systemic racism. Research on anti-racism. The school's lack of diversity was a clear indication of the racism present in the community.
Permit.
To allow for something to happen or be done. Noun, the act of giving a formal, usually written, authorization.
Examples:
Permit application. Work permit. The teacher will not permit any students to leave the classroom early.
Humanitarian.
Something relating to the promotion of human welfare, or someone who works to promote human welfare.
Examples:
Humanitarian crisis. A truly humanitarian act. The organization is dedicated to providing humanitarian aid to disaster-stricken areas worldwide.
Aid.
Things sent to help countries in need, notably food or money, support.
Examples:
Financial aid. Country-by-country aid programs. Pakistan's aid budget was still being reviewed.
Addition.
The act or process of adding something to something else, the process of adding numbers.
Examples:
Chemical addition. Addition of vectors. In addition, private corporations provide healthcare services.
Discovery.
The act or process of finding information, a place, or an object, or learning about something that was previously not known.
Examples:
A scientific discovery. The great discovery of the century. Her research team made an important discovery.
Ancestor.
A person from whom one is descended, a forefather.
Examples:
Ancestor language. Earliest human ancestor. My remote ancestor immigrated to the United States from Ireland in the 1800s.